George is in Washington, D.C. for that big moment for the president, his very first State of the Union address.
Yeah, Amy, and a group of us had lunch with the president yesterday before the address. The president was saying he really hoped it would be a uniting moment. That's what he was going to try to do. But boy, that speech he chose to give did not do the trick last night. It was about the iciest reception I've ever seen inside that House chamber. Democrats and Republicans as divided as ever.
And George, the president even made news walking out of the speech. A comment he made after his address about that secret GOP memo was caught on a hot mic.
And Kennedy delivering the Democratic response live for the first time ever. We're going to talk to Congressman Joe Kennedy in just a moment. But George, some fun being poked at him on Twitter. The curse of having to give the State of the Union response. It always seems to happen. This time the question is, was he wearing chapstick, George?
Yeah, was he wearing chapstick? Was it drool? We're going to talk to the congressman about that coming up. First, our chief White House correspondent, Jon Karl, starts us off. Good morning, John.
Good morning, George. The White House had promised an optimistic and unifying speech. Much of the speech certainly was optimistic, but from my vantage point inside that chamber, this was not a speech that unified Congress.
For his first official State of the Union address, it was an upbeat, positive President Trump.
The state of our union is strong because our people are strong.
He boasted about an American comeback.
For many years, companies and jobs were only leaving us. But now they are roaring back. They're coming back. They want to be where the action is. They want to be in the United States of America. That's where they want to be.
And he highlighted low unemployment numbers for minorities.
African American unemployment stands at the lowest rate ever recorded. And Hispanic American unemployment has also reached the lowest levels in history.
Democrats just weren't buying it. They spent most of the night sitting silently, even as the president called for bipartisanship and unity.
We all share the same home, the same heart, the same destiny, and the same great American flag. We proudly stand for the national anthem.
The president laid out his priorities for the year, some clearly designed to appeal to Democrats.
I've directed my administration to make fixing the injustice of high drug prices one of my top priorities. I am asking both parties to come together to give us safe, fast, reliable, and modern infrastructure.
In making his pitch for his immigration proposal, the president highlighted the horrific plight of two families whose teenage daughters were killed by the criminal gang MS-13.
Many of these gang members took advantage of glaring loopholes in our laws to enter the country as illegal, unaccompanied alien minors.
But the specifics of his plan to protect Dreamers and tighten border security drew hisses and boos from Democrats.
Under the current broken system, a single immigrant can bring in virtually unlimited numbers of distant relatives. Under our plan,
And as Congress debates the fate of the so-called Dreamers, President Trump had this message.
my duty and the sacred duty of every elected official in this chamber is to defend Americans, to protect their safety, their families, their communities, and their right to the American dream. Because Americans are dreamers too.
The president took a hard line on North Korea, highlighting the repressiveness of Kim Jong-un's regime with the story of this man, a North Korean defector who was tortured and had his limbs amputated before he managed to escape the brutal regime.
Today he has a new leg, but Sung Ho, I understand you still keep those old crutches as a reminder of how far you've come. Your great sacrifice is an inspiration to us all.
As the president sketched out his immigration proposal, there was one campaign promise that was noticeably absent. No mention whatsoever of the second half of his most repeated campaign promise, that Mexico would be paying for the wall.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.